wake up, you sleepyhead. Get up, get up, get out of bed. Cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy.
It's not illegal to go into a bookmaker's. Now, but if you're pictured and there's been accusations made about you, you're opening yourself up.
Absolutely. And that all the point I just wanted to make, I think Matthew made some really good points earlier. I think none of us are saying that we don't want Leigh Griffiths to get better. It's a great conversation that you guys are having this morning because it raises awareness for me around mental health, in particular amongst men, which we know is a very taboo subject. But I just think the support network that he has around him has got a huge role to play to actually say, do you think that this is a good idea in terms of the media are going to latch onto this and are only going to potentially put 2 and 2 together and get 10.
Simon, you're a Wolves.
Simon, well
you're a Wolves fan. I support a team in East London. Can you imagine anywhere that is a worse place to be if you're going through what Leigh's going through than playing for one of the old firm teams in Glasgow? It must be because the atmosphere there. No, I know you're. I'm not talking about your average and your vast majority of Scots because they're wonderful people, and they're warm people, and they're caring people.
Yeah.
But the opposition fans.
Well, they're waiting for you to drop your guard at any moment. We know that. Here's a gentleman who's got Simon. Thank you for your call. I appreciate you coming on. Here's a gentleman who is an avid Celtic fan. And, of course, I'm quite sure he's a huge fan of Leigh Griffiths. We're big fans of him. Sir Rod Stewart, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
I had a big night out last night.
How are you feeling? How's the head?
It's okay. I've had a night out with all the family, and tonight I'm just going out with my dear wife up to London to have a quiet celebration. But were you talking about Leigh Griffiths?
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Rod, he didn't do himself any good going to the races, and I also think it should have been a limited time. I think Brendan should have got, look, we'll give you 2-3 weeks, but not unlimited. Because I imagine that would irritate the fans somewhat, that he's getting paid and not doing anything. What do you think?
Yes, I mean, I think so. Brendan, from what we read in here, is emphasising Leigh, it's not a holiday. You know, they're in Dubai, they're working hard in the mid-season break. Leigh's got a lot in his mind, and apparently, though, according to Matthew, a Celtic fan who was on earlier, Rod, he's dealing with it in a very, very good way. He's fully committed to getting himself in a better mental state of mind. But I agree with you. I mean, Matthew wasn't having it from me, and Bob here isn't really having it either, Rod. My contention is, be careful where you go, though.
Absolutely. You know, there's the majority of Celtic fans are working class guys. They work hard for their living. And, of course, they see Leigh at the races. He's getting paid a lot of money every week, and he's not. And we need a striker. We need Leigh back in the side.
So, Rod, as you know, money makes no difference if you've got mental health issues. And I think what actually Brendan's done is very modern. He's very forward thinking. He said, look, I will treat your mental health problems just like I would treat your broken leg
injury
or an injury. And as long as it takes you to get yourself sorted, then that's how long we'll give you. I think it's very forward thinking.
Yeah.
But I just hope Leigh's not taking advantage. I mean, I've only met the guy once. I'm sure he's a decent, upstanding fellow, but I just don't want him to take advantage of that time because he'll come out of it looking terrible. He's not playing in the next 2 or 3 months. Surely he's got to turn up and play.
Yes, but I mean, there's always a call on these lads as well. If he did turn up at Newcastle races, people want to take pictures of him, and Leigh graciously lends himself to that. But the upshot looks bad. I mean,
yeah, it does.
Yes.
Here's Tony Cascarino.
Rod, look, as a player, you'd sit with your manager, and your manager say, "Okay, son, I understand everything you need to deal with. We'll help you. We'll get every person that you requires to give you more help. We'll follow the path that's going to help you become back, and you'll be fine. But whatever you do, keep your head down, keep low." You know, just make sure that you're away from everybody, that only the people that can make you get better, you need to be around.
Yeah.
And that's why...
Also, Tony, you know, I mean, you're a great athlete. Don't you find exercise helps you overcome certain mental
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
I know if I'm a little bit depressed, I go, oh, yes, because I haven't exercised for 2 or 4 days, you know. So I think it would help him.
Yes.
Overcome it, to be around the guys, exercising every day, do a bit of therapy. But I just don't. We need him back big time.
Yes,
we really do.
Well,
I think it's important that 74-year-olds do a lot of exercise.
Yes, I think so.
You know, I think that's a good.
three times a week.
The big question, so Rod, the big question is this: you're going out tonight with your wife. You went out tonight. Have you a real good time?
There you go.
I had a real good time last night. We went to a place called Smith's in Essex, a fish restaurant. And my brothers and my sister, we all launched into Al Jolson songs, and we cleared the place out in about half an hour. It's so great. We were all just singing out loud. It was wonderful.
Rod, we're delighted you're on. Leigh Griffiths, we want to see come back in a great state of mind and do what he's brilliant at, playing football. How are you feeling about the challenge that is coming from across the city with Defoe and Davison?
It's wonderful. You know, I, for one, Celtic supporter, want Rangers to do well in Europe and everything, as long as they don't do better than us. That's the way I look at it, you know. They can't do better than Celtic. So, Jim, are you coming up on May the 30th for the next Old Firm game?
I will come out. Are we travelling together? Will we do that this time?
You let me down last time.
I couldn't do it last time. I will do it now. It's at Celtic Park, Rod, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, mate.
Right, okay.
What a game that's going to be.
That walk from London Road up to the main entrance could be interesting, but I know you'll be there to help me.
Jim, we don't walk up. We get dropped out right outside the door. We don't do any of that walking business.
Oh, thank God for that.
Sir Rod, after all.
Yes, you are, Sir Rod. And listen,
right, guys, I'll let you get on
happy
with it.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rod. Well done.
Cheers.
There he goes. If only he could come on, couldn't he, and tell us about singing along Al Jolson songs in a fish restaurant last night. So, Rod Stewart, great having you on this morning. Happy birthday. Stay with us.
What if I've been blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes, ba ba ba, and I laugh.